Somewhere in the middle of the scraping process, I roughed it out. 1 or 2 more cycles with roughing and then I'm done with that. I think I'm done with the roughing now. At least I think I'll leave it with that. It's only a little bit over here, but I see some small spots. I think it'll come in. I'll measure it up now first, just to see. Otherwise I'm fairly pleased. Setting up for the checkerboard look. First finish flat, as you can see. Maybe a little bit back to roughing to get those areas with me. So one more cycle, starting to get that checkerboard pattern real good now, and have coverage okay. Same here, improving, a little bit denser here than back here, but as you can see it's improving in the areas I had few. So fairly pleased. So now I'll take some time measuring. There are a few ways to do this, but I've used these surfaces, or this surface as a reference, which I found to be accurate. And then I have run the indicator along the other side, satisfied that this is flat with the reference. So then I zero the indicator over here. Okay. Still zero, fluctuating a little bit, of course, around 0. Still 0, and over there also 0. So I'm fairly convinced that this is flat. I'll do the same over here, and then yeah, better to have it on the inside, and then traversing it to see if there is. Then it's within half, so it's 1 there, and there's 5/10 of an inch, but it's probably, yeah, so it's fluctuating a bit on the high and low points, a couple of tenths. So I will leave it at this point now, and then do the final check when I get the saddle on. So using the waist as a template, of course you need the blue now, but still have just so much blue that you can see the scraping pattern, so not excess blue. And then I've yellowed up the mating surfaces. So I'm sliding up the casting up and back and forth. A little bit. Trying to get the side here that goes against the casting here also with me. Should know now that the geometry is okay. At least the initial test show that. So what do we find here? Well, I'm not expert, so I won't tell if this is typical, but I guess so. And then the side here. About that, is there any blue at all transferred? Too dark. See, no, not much. And then the other side. Still heavy on the inside. Though better here, so I would suspect that this is also worn then. As compared to this one, well, that's not. Now the plan is to do the same as I did on the knee casting, and as following Richard's suggestion, to break it up here in 3, maybe something like that. The same here, something like that. They should be equally sized, like this. And then just scrape it flat, then afterwards relieve the middle, so this area a little bit deeper, and then you have 4 pads with scraping here. That supposedly then it should register on, and then avoid the chances of a rock, like if you have and the saddle rocking in the middle. Moving up, liberal blue. Remember, I'm only at the roughing stage. Wipe off with your hands, important. Same here. And a little bit long straight edge. Place the straight edge carefully on, and then of course, following the rules, what do? Yes, we hinge. And this hinges, I mean, I've done this and the hinge is okay around here. A little bit now, it's very tight because it's sucked down. Approximately, then you press down on the hinging where it hinges, and then you just rub. But now this is quite good coverage, I know. So you see the imprint also on the straight edge. So that's how it's supposed to look, but a little bit liberal blue. And the other side, it's a little tiny bit shallower here. That's only roughing. So it looks a bit shallow over in the middle on this, but still qualifies as results of roughing, 5 points per inch.